Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Coopersthaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's adventures, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai adventures, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high.
Camera down just a bit there. That's it. Perfect. Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Coopersthaiadventure live stream with myself, Cooper, and our special guest, Ryan, better known as Brooke's nephew. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good. It's good to be on your show.
Yeah, and you are famous and notorious at the same time. Why famous? Why notorious? Well, I'll give you a rundown. I knew quite a lot about Ryan before he ever came out here, because Brooke was constantly talking about you, your uncle.
Yep.
And he was saying, yeah, my nephew, he's talking about coming out here, and he's looking forward to coming out here, and he's ready to retire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got here end of September last year. So, yeah, it's been a handful of months so far. It's been a great decision. I'm glad that I came from Canada.
From Canada?
Yeah.
What part of Canada?
So I flew here from out of Vancouver. Vancouver Island actually is where I was living there. And originally from Ontario, which is more the eastern side of Canada, but was in the West Coast last few years. About an 18-hour flight round trip to get to Bangkok, Thailand from Vancouver, Canada. I flew through Seoul, South Korea on a stopover, and then got to Bangkok. But, you know, lots of movies on the flight, and it was great once I got here.
So how old are you again, Brian? Ryan, sorry.
Yeah, I'm 41 now.
41 and retired.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you count, I mean, I'm doing the markets just like you and Brooke are doing and all that stuff. So I guess we call that kind of semi-retired, because, you know, I'm up usually here in Thailand, you know, our hours are different. So it's from 9:30 p.m. our time till about 4 a.m. is when the markets are open. which would be like Eastern Standard Time in the West, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little bit of a a nuisance if you're kind of actively doing that. But yeah, you could qualify me as retired, I guess, outside of that.
So 41 and retired. Are you rich? Are you a multi-millionaire? Do you own the big cruise lines around the world, or big pots of gold?
I got an uncle.
How the hell did you do it?
Wait, you either got to start a business or you got to have an uncle.
So that helps. You got an uncle over here. So that makes you notorious. Now, what makes him famous? Well, Ryan is a singer songwriter, and you had a what was that? You had a hit in Canada in the top 10.
Yeah, back in 2012. I'll give you a little bit more of the backstory if you want from that.
Sure, go ahead.
In 2008, and our viewers here know my Uncle Brooke, and so he actually helped me out. And I went to Nashville from Canada, and I wanted to take a shot at being a singer-songwriter. And Nashville in the West, in Tennessee, United States, is called Music City, USA. It's the place to go if you want to get into the music industry, especially in country music, but other genres too. And so I moved there and just fell in love with the town. And I ended up spending about a decade there. And my uncle did help me get there. And in 2008, I put up a big billboard on Music Row, which is where all the music industry companies are, the record labels, the recording studios, all that kind of stuff. A lot of the famous songs we've heard have been written and recorded there in the country music genre primarily. And so there's this big billboard that's on Music Row, and it was available for rent. So we had this creative idea to rent this billboard out. We got a professional photo done of it and everything, and we got a picture of me up on this billboard holding a note in my hand to at the time she was kind of just new coming out, but she was a pretty big star already, to Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
And this billboard is just down the street across the road from Taylor Swift's record company, which is called Big Machine Records. And they helped her launch her career and all that. And I kind of wanted a chance as a new guy from Canada and Nashville at that point to see if I could get the attention of the record labels. The problem going there was that it was hard to get discovered because there's hundreds, thousands of new singers that move to Nashville like every week that want to get discovered. So you got to kind of think outside the box sometimes, I think. So
sort of like LA, everybody goes there wanting to become an actor.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar kind of thing. Yeah. So anyway, so I put up this big billboard, and there was a picture of it, of a note in my hand, and it said, "Hey Taylor, I love your music. Will you help me produce my album?" And in those days, around 28, MySpace was the big thing. I don't know if you remember MySpace.
I do, yeah.
So we'd go on there to listen to music. Now it's Spotify. Back then it was MySpace. So so I had my MySpace address, which I don't think is in existence anymore, but on this billboard at the bottom. So I had some of my songs on there, some samples and stuff they could go check out. So so it was up for a whole month, the billboard. And about 2 weeks into the thing, we got contacted by somebody in the music industry there, and they said, you got to watch this link and check it out. And so they sent me a link, so I checked it out, and it was an interviewer on a news interview on Entertainment Tonight, which is like a big famous TV show over there, and they asked Taylor if she'd seen this billboard, and she said, she replied and said, "Yeah, I've seen it. I checked out his music. Think it could be great." And yada yada, maybe work together. She didn't really commit to it, but she said, maybe work together. But when she did that, it kind of, like, I was a nobody in Nashville, frankly, right? Like, just a brand new guy with a guitar and a dream, but I didn't have anything going on at that point. And once she kind of gave me that indirect endorsement, I guess you could call it, it changed the game for me there in Nashville. And from then on, it was, I got meetings with some music industry people, and one thing led to the next. And over the next really few years of being there, because I was there for a whole decade, I got a songwriting deal and I became a professional songwriter there. But I wanted to sing my own songs too. So eventually, about 3 years later in 2011, I got a record deal with Sony Music in Canada. And that led to me having a song called "I'm Your Man." These are all on YouTube or whatever if you want to check them out. But that song went top 10, to answer your earlier question, on country radio, and had a music video did the same. And it kind of launched my career and led to touring with I toured with Alan Jackson and Dierks Bentley and I was the opening act, so I wasn't doing my own tour, but I was opening up for them.
Yeah.
And that was life-changing for me, though. And actually, Uncle Brooke came out on his favorite singer is Alan Jackson.
Okay.
And he came out on the tour with me. We did 3 dates with him, opening these big stadium, big venues. And he was selling merchandise for me. So we had like T-shirts and CDs and stuff like that. And so that was a good memory, I think, for both of us.
Oh, wow. Well done. Well done. And I noticed you brought your guitar with you.
I did,
Yeah. And you've been watching our channel, mine and your Uncle Brooks channel for some time. And you said, hey, Coop, I really like your intro. Yeah. But I think I can do a better job than that.
Did I say that?
So, without further ado, let's see if he can.
All right, let's see.
Go ahead.
Let's see what we can do.
He's a singer, so he's a professional singer, so he's got the voice for it. Let's see if he can do Cooper's Thai Adventure theme song.
I was working on it this afternoon. Wish me luck.
Go for it.
Wake up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. A Cooper's Thaiadventure. Oh, what a thrill. Tasting the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure, can't get enough. Oh, yeah. Thailand's on my heart, it's the land I love. Cooper's Thaiadventure.
Wow. Hey, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
There we go.
You did a very, very good job of our intro to our channel, Cooper's Thaiadventure YouTube channel. So thank you for that, Ryan.
You're
Much
welcome.
Appreciated. I can see why you hit the top 10.
Well, I appreciate it. We're going to give a shout out to our friend Brownie that also lives here in Thailand. He made that song. He wrote it and everything. So dibs out to my man Brownie.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Now, I got to get to you being here in Thailand, Ryan. 41 years old. How are you doing it? What visa you're on? How is this possible?
Yeah, I'm on a visa called Destination Thailand, or better known as DTV.
Know it? Yeah.
Yep. And so I got that. I was here for, you get 60 days. So coming from Canada as a foreigner, or Farang, as they call us here, into Thailand. I had 60 days. I stayed with my Uncle Brooke just to kind of learn the ropes. The first month, he said he's going to give you 1 month, and then you're out on your own. So I had a month. I knew to find a place, but anyway, so I get 60 days, and then you have to do a 30-day extension, which is simple to do at the immigration office locally here, and so basically 90 days. And then instead of, some guys, and you could probably speak to this even more than I can, but they'll do a border run. I think it's called colloquially.
Visa run, yeah.
Yeah, visa run. I opted just to kind of apply right away and go for this DTV visa and see what happens. So you have to apply outside of the country of Thailand, though, as a foreigner. So I had to actually leave Thailand. So from where we are in the Jomtien area of Thailand, which is just outside of the city of Pattaya, or Pattaya, as our Australian friends like to pronunciate it, I think. It's about an hour and a half, I'd say, up to Bangkok, to the airport. So I get a shuttle up there, and we flew, my girlfriend and I, and a group of folks over to Vietnam. I think maybe you guys were on your cruise at that point, actually.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. And so I did about 2 weeks in Vietnam just to be safe. Wanted to have a buffer of enough time while I was there to make sure that I got the approval of this DTV visa before I was eligible to enter back into Thailand from Vietnam. But I could have gone to any country, back to Canada or wherever. But Vietnam's, I think, a popular choice going from Thailand because it's pretty close to here and affordable to go there. So it worked out great. The embassy in Hanoi, the city of Hanoi in Vietnam, is where I applied through.
Thai embassy there, yeah.
Yeah, Thai embassy, and it was pretty quick. I got an email about 5 business days after submission, and at that point I was in Vietnam, and they just wanted one more piece of information. I think I needed to take a picture of myself at the hotel we were staying at with the passport, just to kind of prove I was there. And I submitted that back to them. They have an online portal system. If you're going to do the application yourself and not use a visa agent, which you have, both opportunities to do either. But yeah, I did it myself, and so it was pretty cost efficient. Got the approval about 3 days after that. So I'd say the whole thing was that's about 8 business days turnaround, I think, from start to finish. And I got an approval email with the DTV, and at that point I was cleared to fly back into Thailand. And flew back, and everything was easy through the border and immigration.
So how much did the DTV visa actually cost you?
It's not too expensive. I'm trying to remember the exact cost, but I think it was, that's a good question. If you want to count all in, I mean, there is flights in my case to Vietnam which aren't that expensive. They're maybe $100 for a flight from Bangkok into Hanoi, Vietnam. You got hotels in Vietnam where I went were very affordable, and from my opinion, even cheaper there than, in Thailand here, I'd say. So that, and the cost of food there as well, by the way, it's cheap here in Thailand. It's even less expensive, I'd say, where I visited in Vietnam, which was interesting. But the overall cost was, you get a 5-year visa for, what was it, like $500? I got to double check that. I just forget right now the exact price, but something like that, and probably all in with the trip and the hotels. I don't think it would have been any more than $1,000 probably, or something like that. But
for the 8 days.
Pretty much, yeah.
Your flight, your accommodation, your food, and the visa, all told $1,000.
Yeah, I was able to book I use an app called Skyscanner on my phone. You can download it right on your phone if you have an iPhone, and I use it to scan and find the best deals on flights and hotels, and it lined me up that way. And then I book them with my credit card, with a Canadian-based credit card, and I'm here in Thailand booking those flights, right? And then it was pretty easy that way. And I'd have to look at the exact receipts, but I'd say probably no more than about $1,000 in my currency, Canadian, probably for that trip. Because once I got to Vietnam, like I said, the food was even cheaper than here. And I'm like my uncle a bit. I like to go out and have chicken and rice sometimes at the local, places on the street. There's a lot of food vendors all across Thailand and Vietnam, for that matter. And here we have the baht in Thailand, and I'd say 50 or 60 baht, you can get yourself some chicken and rice if that's what you're interested in. You can also eat Western food. You can eat expensive restaurants too if you want, but it's kind of a personal decision, I guess. So yeah.
Now, had you been to Thailand before?
No, I hadn't. Now I had a bit of an advantage because I've got my uncle, kind of my mentor, and we're pretty close for many decades now, and so he was always filling me in about it, and I trust his opinion, of course, and so I kind of already knew that I was gonna like it and probably fall in love with the place, to be frank. So I kind of made my arrangements back in Canada to depart, in the back of my mind that I wouldn't be going back there anytime soon, likely. So I do have a condo there in Canada, so I've got that rented to a tenant. There's a property manager. They take 8% monthly off the rent, and they manage it for me. And then my investments are with a Canadian-based broker, but I've got those to kind of live off with some dividends here, and I do a bit of trading. I don't know if we want to get into that or not, but
nah, that's for Money Matters Wednesday. But so was Thailand what you expected it to be?
I would say it's been that and more. It's been really great. It's sunny every day, pretty much. The amount of time I've been here so far, in the 5 or 6 months, there's not a lot of rain. I mean, we've had the odd rainy day, but not comparable like to the west coast of Canada. Vancouver I was coming from, there's a lot of rain there. So a lot of sun, nice weather, 30 degrees Celsius typically in that range on a sunny day. I live at a great complex. Definitely recommended Dusset Grand Park. I give a shout out to my friend Joe there. He helped me find a great room there. And so I'm on the first floor at Dusset Grand Park 1, which was the original Dusset. My uncle Brooke is in Dusset Grand Park 2. I believe you guys used to live there as well, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, and I've really enjoyed it there. And I did land a first floor unit, poolside, so that's been nice because I can just step out, jump in the pool on any of those hot days. And if you just want to walk out to the street, it just takes less than a minute. There's lots of food vendors and local Thai food there available. If you want to go to the beach, it's not even that far. I think my uncle's wife and some of the Filipino ladies that are here the other night, they walked to the beach from home. We were up at a place called Clubhouse, and it's probably half an hour to walk there, which isn't that bad. Or if you ride a motorbike or a scooter, they call them motorbikes here, or scooters as we call them, but you're 5 minutes to the beach. So yeah, good location.
Oh, great. Now, you said that you went to Vietnam with a girlfriend.
Yes.
Do tell the good part.
So I
were you single when you came here, or did you bring her with you? This is a girlfriend from Canada. Give us the lowdown.
I was single with still I'd say I was in the state of a mending heart. I would say I graduated a bit from brokenheartedness into. There's been a lot of great country songs over the years about that. Right?
Yeah.
Usually about dogs, trucks, broken hearts, or drinking whiskey or whatever. There's only so many subjects to sing about, but I digress. Anyway, so yeah, I was single, and I was looking for a change and whatnot, and being self-employed and just the setup that I have, I can kind of go wherever, I guess. So and when I had my music career, which was more active a decade and beyond ago than I am today, really, with that, honestly. But yeah, I've always been kind of on the road and traveling, because even when I was doing that career, it involved traveling and touring and performing and that kind of stuff. So I'm used to traveling and checking out new places. So yeah, so like I said, my uncle had told me a lot about Thailand. I'd watched some of your guys' episodes, so I'd been able to see, I get a good feel through YouTube, basically, about how life might be here in Thailand before coming. And I haven't had any regrets. It's been great to be here. The cost of living is better than at least back in Canada, where inflation's been eating us alive, And yeah. So.
Okay, Ryan, if you're a little bit nervous, just calm down, bud, and tell us about the girlfriend. You got a little bit sidetracked there. Just calm down, take a breath. You're doing great.
All right. Well, I can tell you about her. So I met her, I think it was about 1 month after being here. As I mentioned before, I was staying at my uncle's for the first month. And then that's when I went on to find my own place. And I think right that first day, she's been with me since that I got my own place. She's lived with me there at Dusit Grand Park. And so I went down to a Rompo Market, which is an area in Jomtien, Thailand here. Really fun spot. There's a ton of bars there, and live music, karaoke, if you like that kind of thing. Lots of food as well, and whatnot. So I just went down there, and Brownie and a few of our friends, JT as well, that live around here, took me out, and take the new single guy out in town, and let's go have some fun. So we went down, and we ended up in a place called Apple Bar.
Know it? Yeah.
Now it's Apple Bar 2, I guess, actually, but. And walked in there, and there she was, and she was. We played a game of pool. Man, there's a lot of great pool players around here. Oh, I definitely lost.
Yeah.
Those
girls know how to play.
They know how to play pool,
and they play for drinks. So and they win.
Yeah. So we had a few drinks that night, and had some fun. Played some pool, and found ourselves going out to a local barbecue later that night. Kind of had a bit of a late night, but stayed out, ate, and said goodbye, exchanged numbers, and went on a date. I think the next night we went for dinner, and the next night after that again, and we did a few dinners out, and we had a little group that went out together, kind of friends, to the beach and whatnot. And then we went to a place called Phuket, only like 1 week after meeting.
Wow. Okay.
So Phuket is, touristy, great beaches, part of Thailand. And I hadn't been there before. So going from Jomtien, Pattaya area to Phuket, we got on a flight. I think it was just a little over an hour plane ride to get there. Flights were reasonably priced. And so I booked us a couple flights. We went 4 of us as a group of friends, and found a reasonable hotel down there for 4 nights. And had a great time in Phuket. And that kind of planted the whole. And we came back, and I got my new place at Dusit Grand Park 1, as I was saying to you, and she moved in with me right from the beginning there, and we've been together since.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it love?
Well, yeah, it sounds like love to me.
Well done. Well done. Now, Ryan, looking at you on the camera here on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I know you're only just across the table from me here. You remind me of somebody famous that you get that look there on your face. And I just
Okay.
realized about 30 seconds who it is. Do you ever get accused of looking like Canal Reeves?
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you? You've got that sort of hairdo because he's got it parted at the front, and you got the goatee and the young face going on there.
Well, thanks. I think he seems like a cool, I mean, super cool.
Is he Canadian or American?
Human being.
Originally.
I think he might be Canadian. I
That's
don't
what I
actually know
thought.
the answer to that for sure, so we'll have to look it
Let
up.
me know in the comments, guys.
Yeah.
Is Canal Reeves Canadian or American?
But I first learned of him when he was the character Neo in the Matrix.
Right. That's what you remind me of, Neo, right there. Look.
I used to get actually I still get sometimes I'll get people telling me that I would be playing a show somewhere and they say, whatever, are you related to Keanu Reeves? Or I've even had I think I've had a couple people come to me in a grocery store before, and I did have one guy at a gym in Canada before I moved here. This is only less than a year ago, and I saw this guy staring at me from across the gym, and I'm trying to lift weights. What's going on? Why is this guy looking at me?
Yeah.
And anyway, he comes up to me 5 minutes later, maybe. He ended up being a really nice guy, and he just said, "Hey, I thought you were Keanu Reeves." He said he's looking at me from across the gym. So anyway, it's always that's a nice compliment. I'll take it. But yeah, Keanu seems like a cool guy. I've watched some of his interviews. Yeah,
he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Yeah,
just like you, great singer.
Oh,
right. So we've spoken enough about Ryan. Let's get in the comments and let you ask him your own questions. So let's get the show started. First off, we have Hunter Orion becomes our newest channel member, now gets the badge next to his name, helping support the channel for only $2 a month. Thank you, Hunter, and everybody else with the badge next to their name. Much appreciated. It's free. Being a subscriber, that is. Next up, Captain Action says, hello, cousins. Hello, Captain Action. Henry from Tampa. He's going to be out here soon later on this year, just selling up and getting ready for the big move. Followed by Fred, who says, good evening, Cooper, Darlene, Brooke, and guests. I hope you have another great show. By the way, Coop, you were 100% right a few shows ago when you correctly predicted the U.S. military attack on Iran. I know I've been hearing about it all day on the news, guys. Iran's retaliated, hit Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, the UAE, Israel, and Dubai. So quite a lot going on there. It was inevitable. It was going to happen. You don't move all that amount of hardware and assets into the region, and not do anything about it. So I think the writing was on the cards there. But I pray for the American soldiers out there, and I pray for the women and children, and I also pray for the civilians. This is an attack against the leadership. So I pray for everybody's safety. Nomad Jack says, good evening, Coop and Ryan. Have a great show.
Hey, thanks, Nomad Jack.
Jack and his lovely wife, Pinky. Have you met both of them?
Did I? Yeah, I did meet them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Very nice people.
Yep.
What a sale says, good morning, Cooper and all the gang. Robert from Texas, wishing everyone the best. Looking forward to learning more from Brooke's nephew. Me too. I want to learn more.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Right?
And what I want to learn is, Ryan, so I want you to spill the beans on Brooke.
All right. What do you want to know?
Was he a good boy or a bad boy? Your father is his brother. What was he like growing up? I'm sure your father told you the stories.
Yeah, sure. There's lots of funny stories.
Give us a funny story that we don't know about Brooke.
Well, I mean,
without embarrassing him too much, of course. You can tell me that off
one that comes to mind is, this is more my dad doing something to him, though. I guess he had this pair of leather boots, I guess, years ago.
Who, your dad or Brooke?
No, my uncle Brooke did. And my dad was a wild, Brooke was always, I think, responsible and investing, whatever. And I guess my dad liked to party back in the day. And Brooke had this nice pair of leather boots, and I think they meant a lot to him. And I guess my dad grabbed them on him one night. Brooke was injured in bed or sick or something. He couldn't get up. And my dad, being sarcastic as he was, I guess he came in the room and said, "Oh, those are nice boots. Are you? I think I'll just borrow those. Don't worry. I'll bring them back to you tonight. Don't worry." And did you meet Misty here? And Yeah, and he went out on his bike, I guess. And I don't know, something happened, but I don't know if he got in a fight or he had some kind of spill on his bike or whatever. Now he would have been pretty young back then, a bit of a wild guy, but yeah. So I guess the boots came back just shredded to pieces.
Oh no! How did Bert take it?
I think he was in bed, and so I'm told he wasn't able to really get up and fend for himself at that point. So he was stuck with a pair of shredded boots.
Poor Brooke and his boots. I'll remind him
Boots
about
are made
that.
for walking.
There you go. Next up, Mike Medic says, "Good morning from USA." Good morning, Mike. Thank you for coming on and joining us. Roger Walker says, "Good morning, good evening, Darlene, Cooper, and Ryan. Thumbs up. Yes, please. It's free. If you're watching on the live stream, give us a thumbs up. Help support the channel." Terry says, "Good morning, evening, Coop, Darlene, and guests to all in the chat. I hope you're all doing well." And Terry and his lovely wife are from Bancroft, Ontario.
Oh, yeah.
And they got plenty of snow up there. Do you know that area?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Yeah, and I have heard there's a lot of snow there. My brother and his wife and son live near Fergus, Ontario, outside of Guelph, Ontario. And yeah, I've heard that there's been a lot of snow this winter there.
So where were you prior to coming to Thailand? What part of Canada?
So prior to Thailand, I was on the west coast of Canada, Pacific West Coast, on Vancouver Island.
Okay,
just off the coast of Vancouver, the city of Vancouver. But I grew up, as well as where Brooke was from as well, in southern Ontario, Canada. So Ontario is the province in Canada, and that was quite a distance away because Canada is such a big, vast geographic country. So it's pretty far away from where I was more recently based. But yeah, raised on a farm there in Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heath McDaniel says, "Good evening, watching from Southeast Tennessee with a 70-degree Fahrenheit day later today."
Southeast Tennessee.
It's warming up in Tennessee, 70 degrees.
That's good to hear.
That's t-shirt and short weather, just about.
It is about. I got lots of good Tennessee memories. Like I said, 10 years in Nashville, and beautiful state.
For us here in Jomtien, Thailand, that'd be pretty cold. 70 degrees.
Yeah.
We'd be wearing jackets.
I remember being in Tennessee in the winter. Coming from Canada, we'd have a lot of snow. Now here in Thailand, you obviously don't have any snow.
Nope.
And typically Tennessee wouldn't have it either, like in Nashville where I was. But this one winter, there was a little bit of snowfall. And I drove into town. It's about half an hour on the highway. I think I saw 30 cars in the ditch. They just did not know how to take the snow there. But they also don't have the snow plows and the infrastructure for it, I think. But growing up as a kid in Canada, like we were just used to that. You had a lot of snow, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
I think this winter, the coldest day we had was about 82 degrees, and it was at like 9-10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. The nights are beautiful.
The nights are beautiful, especially if you're up here on the beach.
Yeah. I rode the motorbike over here to you tonight, and in the early evening, just beautiful, nice light breeze, and t-shirt and shorts. I mean, I don't think I've worn a pair of jeans or long pants down here since I got here.
I never have. So the whole time I've been in Thailand for 3 years now, I have never wore a pair of jeans.
Yeah,
or long pants.
Most guys are wearing sandals, a pair of shorts, and
I own a couple. They're in the
top.
Wardrobe, but the only time I ever wear them is when we go on the cruise ship and we go to fine dining, and you got to wear a collar and slacks. And maybe the weather's a bit colder.
Right.
Then I'll put them on. But over here, haven't put them on once.
Yeah.
It's been sandals and shorts and t-shirts
for
the last 3 years.
I brought 2 bags down with me on that flight I got. Now, I was on Korean Airlines.
Okay, how are they? What are they like as an
really
airline?
good, really good. I was very impressed with Korean Airlines.
Okay.
So I'd recommend them, at least coming from Vancouver to Seoul, South Korea, and then connecting there into Bangkok, Thailand. So that was my flight route. And actually one of the best flight experiences I've had. And I got a great deal on it through that Skyscanner app, but I booked it months in advance, the trip. So, and there's a setting on Skyscanner where you can set, like, find me the cheapest dates or whatever. And so I did that, and it found me really good. I think it was $600, which is a steal of a deal.
Wow.
To get the one-way flight over, right?
Yeah. That's good for one way.
Yeah, it was really good. And I got 2 bags with it too in that deal that I had. So I brought 2 what is it, 25 kilogram or whatever the bag sizes are. Suitcases over with me, and I brought 1 pair of long pants, jeans, and I haven't even brought them out of the bag and worn them once.
They're still probably sitting in the wardrobe collecting dust.
Yeah, don't need them here.
Next up, Thomas Stevens says, Israel and USA attacking Iran now. Yeah, it's been all over the news all day long, guys. Roger with the D says, evening, guys. Mr. For Your Sister says, hello, darling Coop and Ryan. I hope all is good with you and yours.
You too.
It is. We're doing fantastic. See,
Yeah.
if Ryan can do it at 41, Mr. For Your Sister, so can you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Alpha Romeo says, good morning, Coop, Ryan, and the CTA gang. Ryan looks like you settled in land of smiles and living the dream. Good for you, bud. See you again soon.
Alpha Romeo, hey, good to hear from you.
You know him, a fellow Canuck?
Yeah, I do know him. Romeo, good to hear from you.
Yeah. Our go-kart champion.
Yeah.
Can you drive go-karts?
Yeah, I can. It's been a while now. Actually, Romeo's invited me out to do that with a group of you guys, and I haven't been able to make it the last couple of times. But no, I can kart. Yeah.
Oh, good. We'll have to get you out
I did
there.
grow up on a farm. We had lots of, I started driving equipment at a young age. Dirt bikes and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. Can you drive a tractor?
I can drive a tractor. Yeah.
I can't. Okay. Tim P says, good day, Coop, Ryan, Darlene, and everyone. I hope all is well. We are, Tim. How you doing, buddy? Johnny Pulla says, good day, Cooper, Darlene, and Ryan. I hope everyone is well. Looks like Ryan has taken to Thailand like a fish to water. Enjoy, mate.
Good to hear from you, Johnny.
Do you know Johnny?
Yeah, no, he's back in Australia.
Right?
Yeah, I do know him. Good to hear from you.
He's been over here a few times and keeps promising to make the move permanent.
Yeah, well, we hope he does.
I do. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
What a Sale says, hit that like button and make Darlene smile. Yes, please. It's free. And if you want to join in today's conversation, folks, and you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. Again, free. Doesn't cost you a penny. Wait 1 minute. You can put your comments in. We'll stay online until the last comment is read. And that is always our promise here on Coopersthaiadventure live streams. Next up, Rich Price says, hi, Ryan. NTMU. What's that mean?
I actually don't know that abbreviation. What is
that
okay.
Mean? You're the younger generation. I thought you might know that. Hello, all from Pennsylvania. 6 degrees here. Oh, my God. Laughing out loud. Rich Uncle Brooke has a rich nephew, Ryan. Laughing out loud. NTMU. I don't know.
That's look it up one. Here. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. Did you Google it?
I did.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
David Lowe says, checking in from a beautiful Kolarn. Yeah, just the island just off the coast here. Been there many times. Kolarn evening. I click the like button. I hear it makes everyone smile. Yes, it does. Thanks for the interesting and informative live streams and meetups. You're very welcome, David, and thank you for coming on and joining us from Kolarn.
And that's a short trip across the water from Jomtien Beach.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes. You're on the island, and it's got crystal clear water.
And some of the best beaches, right?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Rich Price says he's got skills. Oh, Ryan can sing. He's got the old. He's getting in there. He got the head shaking, and yeah, he's doing really good. And even Roger says, "Great job, Ryan. Well done,
Roger. Thanks, Roger."
Alfro Romeo says, "Bravo, Ryan. The next gig we need to get Cooper and Uncle Brooke as backup singers. Not gonna happen. When I sing, the dogs cry." Yeah. Terry Fallon says, thanks for sharing your story, Ryan. Real interesting journey.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks, Terry.
Annie Throckmorton says, hey, everyone. Nice rendition, Ryan. Your uncle sure is proud of you. He is.
Yeah, that's and I'm fortunate to have an uncle like him, too. He's been a good mentor, really, in my life. So, yeah.
And how's your dad about you being over here?
Yeah, he really supports it. Yeah, and we have a good relationship too. And he's back home in Canada half the year with his girlfriend, and then the other half of the year they go down as snowbirds, as we call them in Canada. Mm-hmm. They go down to Phoenix, Arizona. So Phoenix, Arizona area.
Okay. Yeah, my old stomping grounds.
Yeah,
that's where my mom lived before she passed away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Phoenix, Arizona, Goodyear, just outside Phoenix.
Yeah.
So, any chance your old man will be coming over to Thailand to visit you?
Yeah, he's verbally committed to Uncle Brooke and I that he's going to come next year. I think he said right in the new year, so around January.
So January 27th.
Yep. That's when he's planning to come. So we're going to try to hold him to that. So
yeah,
if he's
me too.
In here, Dad. We'll see you then.
Okay. Don't bring the girlfriend.
I think he'll be bringing her. You'll have to get him on the show too. My dad, you get him and Brooke on. If you want a lot of epic laughing, you get him and Uncle Brooke. Get the two Schneider boys on this show together, and it'll be, you'll be laughing till the cows come home.
There's not going to be blood and gore, is there?
I told you about the strip boots earlier. Right?
What a sale says, man, I wish I had an uncle like Brooke. Sounds like he is a hell of a mentor and a friend.
Yes, he is. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's like a big older brother to me.
Yeah, he's always good to help other people, and he's wealth of information too.
Yeah. I think he tries to act like he's a daddy figure with me. Maybe that's why he calls me Junior all the time.
Oh yeah,
now Junior. He's
yeah, I've had the Junior moniker too.
Alfa Romeo says, Pin the Food Munchkin says hello to both of you and Uncle Brooke. Seems many of the Thai women like the crazy Canadian Canucks.
Yeah, won't argue with that.
And your girlfriend, what's her name?
So many people call her nickname Rabbit, but
Rabbit.
Yeah, Kate. So
Kate. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good English name for her. But so she's from the provinces originally, more northern Thailand area. I did go up there on a trip once. I think my Uncle Brooks mentioned it on your show. Actually, I've seen before, but so I was up there for a few days to experience it. It's much different than our.
That's rural Thailand.
That's rural Thailand. Yeah. Great to experience. Really nice, beautiful scenery. An interesting point that I noted was the water is all free up there. Like if you want drinking water, down here where we are in the southern part, Pattaya area, a lot of expat community, whatever. Prices are a little higher than up in the northern parts of Thailand, but not compared to like the west where we come from. The prices are much cheaper here, but yeah, you have to buy bottled water here, right?
Yeah.
That was one just little kind of point of interest.
So what was their family like? Could they speak English?
No, not very limited, I would say, English. But really nice people, and we had a few good days together, and got to know each other, and it's a different life up there than what we're living down here, I would say, quite honestly, but from the type of housing to the, just the type of life that they have, but they're happy people, and and they have good weather all the time too, right? And they have good there's a lot of nature there, and a lot of, so I think they have things like good air quality and stuff like that. So it's, they make a good life there. I don't think they don't have a lot of means like what we would from the West. And even if we're just getting by, say back home in the West or something, if you bring that over here and compared it to where they live, like the salaries are very low, right? But they're happy people and they make a good life. So yeah.
Now, Rabbit, I hope you don't mind me saying, she's a very, very beautiful girl. How old is she, by the way?
She's 27.
27.
Yeah.
And she ever been married, had kids?
Yep. She was married in the past, and has one son that is up in the provinces. So that's another thing. Like the families are usually sticking together, pretty big. So she had multiple siblings when I went up there. And honestly, I was the only, I think, English speaking guy up there. Big tall white guy.
Yeah, you're going to be stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I think so. And but we had good fun, and it was good to meet them all. And I don't understand half the things they're saying because they're speaking Thai and whatever. But I do have the Google Translator app on my phone, so I try to utilize that. It does work great. And also, Michael Brooke taught me that first week I got here. If you go into Macro or Lotus, which are grocery stores we have locally here, but you can get all the Western type foods that we would get back home in those places for Western prices more though too. But anyway, you can load up your Google Translator and the camera setting on it and take a picture of the sign.
And it'll translate it in
the grocery store, and it'll translate in English for you and tell you what the price is or what the item is or whatever, right? So so that was really handy. Yeah.
Rich Price says, yeah, Ryan, when you walking down the soy with Uncle Brooke, which of you gets more? You're a handsome man. I bet it's Ryan.
Uncle Brooke.
Uncle Brooke.
I know the first night I was here, I did go out to Rompo Market area that we talked about earlier, which is right near Dusset Grand Park where I live. And you can just walk there. That's another convenience is this whole there's a market there that's great. A night market, you can get, dinner there. They have chicken. I like to get this chicken on a stick. They got veggies. They got lots of smoothie drinks. I like to get the avocado. They'll blend it up for you, an avocado with ice and all that. It's really good and really reasonable to get. And then there's all these bars there too. But just so, I had some dinner there and then walked down this strip of bars in the Rompo area. And I hadn't experienced it before. It was my first night there. But yeah, that saying, though, is, oh, handsome man.
Yeah.
That's the way that the Thai girls like to say it. And I'm sure there's been thousands of foreign men that have walked that strip and had that saying happen, right?
But I'm sure a lot of the girls will look at you and say, yeah, he's a tourist because of your age and your young looks,
right,
rather than a retiree. So when you tell them you're a retiree out here, I'm sure they take that step back and give you the old side eye, is this guy for real?
For real?
Hang on, how old is he?
I started growing a big bushy beard a little while ago.
Put some gray dye in there.
Put some gray, yeah. Me a little older.
And when you had that comment there made what a sale crack up. Who's the handsome man? Rich Price says, yep, looks somewhat like Canal Reeves, Canadian.
Right, well, thanks, Rich.
So is Canal Reeves Canadian is the question that we're looking to get answered in the chat.
Yeah, let's let somebody answer.
Terry Fallon says, Ryan, are you still involved in the music industry?
Somewhat. I was, most of my life I was. I've got like a Wikipedia or a Google or whatever, I'm on all the social medias too. If you want to see some of my music and content, I got a bunch of songs on Spotify and music videos on YouTube and stuff.
So how would they find you? Let's give you a plug out.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just type in Ryan Laird, Ryan, and then last name Laird. You could YouTube that for videos, type it in Spotify. I think my Facebook and most of my pages, like I've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter Twitter's just at Ryan Laird, but Facebook and Instagram are at Ryan Laird Official. So you add the word official on the end of it. Yeah. If you want to follow me on there or send me a message, I'm happy to make friends and chit chat and whatnot.
Okay. Well, maybe someone out there will know your song. What was the name of the song that was in the top 10?
Oh, yeah. So that song was called I'm Your Man. And
you want to give us a little rendition of it?
Sure,
like a 30-second rendition?
I can give you the quick little 30-second rendition. I'll give you the quick little story for the song just so that you're listening to as well. Obviously, it was my first song released through a record.
Your very first was your most popular?
Commercially released.
Wow.
I mean, I'd written a ton of songs. I've written hundreds of songs in my life, but I like to say most of them become space junk, and then you find a few real gems, and those are the ones you hold on to. And so this, after I'd gotten the record deal, I'd done the billboard to Taylor Swift in Nashville. I'd been slugging it out in the music industry, trying to catch a break, basically. And and then I did eventually get that record deal. And this was the first song that I'd written that the label was on board to kind of release on my behalf. So it was the first kick at the can I had in more of the radio side of the industry, where I was going to actually have a legit chance of maybe getting my songs played on the radio, which, back around 2011, 2012, it was still a big deal. Now it still is too, but I think Spotify, YouTube, technology apps have kind of maybe usurped that a bit. But anyway, so yeah. But this song I got together with a Canadian country star named Jason McCoy. For our Canadians that are listening in might know him, and from the band The Roadhammers. And I told him about, my brother was getting married to his high school sweetheart, and why don't we write them a song, for their wedding? And so it's really cool because it ended up being my brother's wedding song and also my first, my hit song, right? So kind of a life-changing and career-changing at the same time. So yeah, it's called I'm Your Man. I can give you a little sample of it if you want.
Sure.
If you're looking for real life love, someone to hold you when the world's too much, someone who understands. Baby, I'm your man. If you wanna feel a fire in the night, someone to kiss your lips and hold you tight, then baby, take my hand, 'cause I'm your man.
Wow.
If you want strength Girl, I can give it if you wanna fall in love. I'm already in it. If you want a strong heart and a biggest fan, baby, I'm your man.
And I just got a thumbs up from your Uncle Brooke.
Yeah.
come up on my smartwatch.
Thanks, Uncle Brooke.
Wow, that is a good song. I can see why that was quite popular. Then, where was this? Back in Canada, or did it hit the U.S. top 10?
So that one hit top 10 in Canada.
Mhm.
So, you know, on all the commercial country radio stations and on CMT, which stands for Country Music Television.
Yeah.
So they, back in the day, they were playing music videos. I don't know if they're still doing that as much now, but yeah, it was a top 10 on CMT as well. And the music videos on YouTube, if you want
And what year was this?
So that was 2012.
Okay.
So yeah, you could Ryan Laird, I'm Your Man on YouTube if you want to see that one.
I never heard it. I was in Afghanistan then. So.
Okay, yeah, I don't think it got played over there, but
no, it didn't, unfortunately. But yeah, I could see why that was definitely popular. Wow, that's a great song,
thanks.
Ryan. Well
Thanks.
done.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
You
no,
definitely got the country pipes in you.
Thanks so much. Yeah,
You can tell you were raised on a farm.
I was. Yeah. First 19 years, 100-acre beef farm. So
beef.
A beef, not a beat. I was doing a lot of radio interviews back in the day when I was more active in the music business. To answer the other guy's question, I think it was Terry maybe that asked it, but oh yeah, he's on the screen here. And I'm still involved in the music industry somewhat, but not to the degree I was back then, because I'm kind of like our show here, 41 retired in Thailand. This makes no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I music has always been my main passion and my love, and I'll continue to play for the decades to come. I do actually go out sometimes locally here in the Jomtien and Pattaya area in Thailand, and we have some great live music bars. One of them is called Lone Star, and so if you like live music, when you come here, go check out Lone Star.
It's my wife's favorite.
Yeah, they got a great house band there. I think
Filipino band.
Yeah, they're really nice people, really great band. They got 4 of them. They got a drummer, a bass player, a keyboardist, and an electric guitar player. They all sing in harmony together. Really nice guys, really great band. And so our friend Brownie introduced me to them when I first got into town and said, hey, you know, here's Ryan. He's a Canadian recording artist and whatever. And I think they showed him my Spotify so they could see I could actually play and whatever. And they let me up on stage with them, and we sang a few songs. We did Eric Clapton's Wonderful Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's
You're looking wonderful tonight. Yeah.
That's
that
a great one. Yeah. And we ended up doing Born to Be Wild, Steppenwolf.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
We did Country Roads by John Denver. And we did a bunch of songs together. So I've gone down there a couple times and jam with that band, and it's always a lot of fun. So sometimes I'll get out and do that for fun. And I actually threw a few clips on my Instagram of playing with that band there, if anyone's curious. So yeah.
And so what's your name on Instagram?
That's Ryan Laird Official.
Ryan Laird Official.
Yeah, all one word. Ryan Laird Official.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Dot Yen says, can't believe you retired so young. You're living the dream. What's the near-term plans for you? Stay in Thailand indefinitely for now?
Yeah, for now. I mean, so with this DTV visa we spoke about earlier, I've got a 5-year period of time that visa is good for. So you know, that could take me at least the next 5 years ostensibly, and we'll see what the future brings, what I want to do.
Yeah. And what do you think that'll be?
Well, right now I'd say stay here because I like it a lot. I haven't been. I don't think my Uncle Brooke has either in a few years, and I haven't been back to Canada yet since I've got here. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I see myself staying here. Now, every year, well, actually every 180 days, so about half year, you have to leave the country of Thailand on the DTV visa I'm on. But that can be as simple as going over the border for a day or a night or whatever to another country and then coming back. I'll probably check out some other Asian countries, you know, Malaysia. I've already done Vietnam, of course. And, you know, maybe I'll go back to Canada during one of those trips in the future. But I kind of think every 6 months, I'll probably go somewhere. And that also aligns with my visa requirements. So.
Yeah. Okay. Mike Dottie says, what's up, Coop and Canal? Nice to meet you. Joking, brother.
Nice to meet you too.
Passport Brian says, I love when Cooper has guests on the show from time to time. Thank you, Passport Brian. We do.
Yeah.
Every now and then we'll have guests on the show and let you meet our community. That's what it's all about, and the people that have joined our community, what sort of people are they? What sort of ages are they? Where are they from? What's their story? What's their background? And gives you opportunity.
Yeah,
They're all over here because of the channel.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see this channel expanding. And when I first saw my Uncle Brooke doing this, I thought, oh, how cool is that? He's on this video channel with this guy Cooper in Thailand doing this thing. I was back in Canada at that point, and I started watching your guys' videos, and it's really been informative and enjoyable. And it's nice to feel like part of the community, because there are quite a few expats that have come here now, right? And you guys do a monthly meetup at a restaurant called Fraser's in town in Jomtien. And we just had one last week. I was there and got to meet a lot of your members and subscribers. And we had a real famous guy there. There's the former heavyweight champion boxer, heavyweight champion of the world, right?
Yes, we did. Yeah, Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Tyson Fury was there.
He was there,
yeah. Grabbed a picture
really
with him.
Nice guy.
Yeah, really nice guy, and super big. I remember standing beside him there.
He's about 7 foot tall. I'm looking at him like this.
I'm 6'4", and I'm standing beside this guy. I felt like a shrimp, and his arms were huge.
And I said to Tyson, I said, hey, bud, I said, I'd love to shake your hand. I've been following your career. You're a hell of a boxer.
Yeah.
He says, sure, no problem, Coop. And he goes to shake my hand, Ryan, and his whole hand envelops all my hand. And I'm like, if this guy hit me, it'd cover my whole face.
Yeah.
It was like a fist.
I had to look at his gloves. Yeah, man, I saw those things. They were so huge. It was just like a bear paw or something. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, exactly. And Passport Bro gives us a $1.99 super thanks. Thank you, Passport Bro. Much appreciated. Yeah. And he's also a channel member with a badge next to his name. So a double thank you. What a Sale says, this is the only channel where you feel like you'd want to be friends with everyone.
Cool. Yeah. Isn't that how life should be, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You should all be friends, get along.
Yeah.
Should be no fighting in the world. Just everybody happy.
And that's what these Tuesday
Wouldn't that be perfect?
Yeah, these once a month things that you guys are doing, the Cooper's Thai Adventure get-togethers, right? At Fraser's restaurant in town. If you do come here, come out to one of those, because you get to meet everybody and make friends, right? And
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Just making friends.
Yeah.
Thank you. What a sale. Mr. For Your Sister said, John Wick's music stunt double. That's who you are. Can you ask him to sing? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
You remember from the John Wick movie? People will keep asking me if I'm back. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Hey, I think you just did it for him. You just did it for him.
I can't do the acting, but can you act?
Well, maybe a little bit. I mean, I've got these music videos. I think I filmed about 8 to 10 music videos I did over the years on songs that are called singles. So ones that I recorded that we released to radio. Now, I'm Your Man, I sang earlier, was my most well-known one. But I had other songs called Girl Crazy, and there's a bunch of them up online. You can check. Now, Girl Crazy is songs that shot on Venice Beach in California.
My old stomping grounds. Know it well, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a beautiful kind of video, and I got a bunch of them. So I'm doing some kind of acting in some of the videos, but it's a little different because I get to hide behind my guitar, right? So I'm not really an actor. I'm more of a musical artist, I would say. But I got into I've always been a songwriter. I write my own songs as well, and producing as well. It's something I enjoy.
So that music video you made on Venice Beach, Ryan, did you have a lot of bikini girls in the video?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, kind of, if you are coming to Thailand and you want to get a little prepared for what they might look like, you can check out the Girl Crazy video. There's some nice bikinis in that one.
Okay. Rich Price says, have you adjusted well to the food here? Or is it similar to what you used to in Canada?
Great question. I have adjusted well to food. I was telling my family back home in Canada that I speak to them on FaceTime, every once in a while, which is handy. And I think as well, just as a side note, you can do that through just having Wi-Fi here. So just, I use FaceTime or WhatsApp video or whatever, and it's basically free to talk to your family, right? But so I was just telling them that I feel like my diet's a lot better here, because I do like to eat the street food a lot. But you're getting I don't know the exact degree, but I think it's probably not really processed stuff, right? You're getting
they don't have processed stuff.
Not processed stuff, right? So it's all fresh meats and vegetables and fruits. I like to get it down at the Rompo Market, get an avocado smoothie, and I'll get some chicken there with some rice. And honestly, I can eat that every day, and I do feel healthy, and yeah. So I am enjoying the food. I think my body's adapted well to it. In the first week or two, I've heard a lot of people do get initially sick once. I did. But since then, I've felt really good and had no issues.
Yeah, it's because it's different bacteria.
Yeah.
You know, America has got different bacteria than Canada, and
Right.
and then everything else is, you know, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, can you eat spicy food? What do you think of spicy food?
So in Thai, the word for that for a little bit is nit noi, I've learned.
Nit
So
noi, yeah.
my answer is nit noi, a little bit.
A little bit of
It's
spice.
good for you, I guess, but I don't like it too. They like it spicy here, I think. So I usually say if you don't like spice, you want to learn the words my pet.
Means
which
no spicy.
means no spice. And if you like spice, you can say pet, which, and gives you spice. Or if you just want a little bit, then you say nit noi. So,
yeah.
So I'm usually my pet because I don't want too much, or I'll go for nit noi sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it helps you go number 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mike the Swede says, nice to see Brooks' nephew.
Nice to see you too here digitally. Hopefully we'll meet in person sometime.
Yeah. I hope everybody gets out here. Mike Dottie and Little Mike says, Coop, is there a kite festival in Pattaya? Yes, it's going on right now as we speak. There's a kite festival in Pattaya due to last a week. And I thought it was, Darlene's been and watched it. I watched it a few years ago, so I've sort of been there once, no need to go back and do it again.
Yeah.
But it's kites from all over the world. People fly them professionally.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah,
I've seen people
Did you go and check it out?
down to it. I didn't get down there to check it out, that one, but we did go to Jomtien Beach a while back. Was that New Year's where they had the lanterns that they light up and they fly, you lift them up into the sky?
Loy Katong, it's called.
Okay, Loy Katong. Yeah, so that was really
the
interesting
Lantern
experience.
Festival.
Okay, yeah, so the Lantern Festival, that was really a neat experience.
Yeah, it is. Rodney says, hello, Coop, Darlene, and special guest Ryan.
Hello, Rodney.
Terry says, Ryan, could you sing a little bit of your top 10 song? We just did.
Yeah, we did.
You got in there just
get it on the replay.
One step ahead of you, buddy. Dot Yen said, I presumed your girlfriend is Thai. How's the language barrier?
Yeah, good question. So she is Thai, and she's got some grasp of English. So we can talk English decently well, which works out well. But I do rely on the Google Translator app frequently too. So I'll just speak into the app, I don't know, what do you want for breakfast or whatever, right? And then it'll convert it to Thai, and I can show the language on it visually, or just hit the sound button and it'll play it and she can hear it. So we use that a lot too, just to make sure that we're each duplicating what each other's saying fully, so that we understand each other. Yeah. But other than that, it's good. Yeah.
Very good way to start your communication.
Yeah.
Bandy Dandy says, who is the most famous singer he met in Nashville? So did you ever meet Taylor Swift in person?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
People could, if people want to see, you can, I guess what's the easiest way? Just go on Google, type Ryan Laird, Taylor Swift, and you'll see some pictures of us, I think. I met her. I'll give you a little bit of story on that one since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So again, the song I'm Your Man comes out. I put the billboard up, in 2008. I put the billboard up in Nashville to Taylor Swift. Hey, will you produce my album?
Yeah.
Who's this Ryan Laird guy from Canada? I never heard of him, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
And then, but she ends up kind of getting put on the spot, endorses me on the mainstream news on Entertainment Tonight, leads to me getting on that show, doing some interviews. These are all clips on YouTube. If you want to see old clips of me when I probably didn't look like Keanu Reeves, but Ryan Laird Entertainment Tonight, you could Google that or YouTube that and see it. But anyway, so then 3 years later, 2011, I'm Your Man comes out, goes top 10. 2012, the year after, I get nominated for 2 Canadian Country Music Awards, or the CCMAs as we call them, and which was quite an honor for the song I'm Your Man, and one was for Best New Artist. They call it the Rising Star Award, and then for Music Video of the Year on CMT for the I'm Your Man music video. And so that was my first time there, obviously, first ever nominations, and quite an honor. And so I got to go to the award show in the artist area. It's a televised event nationally in Canada. And Taylor happened to be there. Now, she's an international star, not a Canadian domestic artist like I was, but she was there to receive a Global Artist Award. So just the stars lined up. And figuring she'd probably remember me as this billboard guy because it got a lot of news coverage and whatever. So I hadn't met her yet before that, but we got to mingle and meet at that awards show and hang out a bit and snap some pictures and whatever. And she was nice. And her mom was there actually with her.
Okay.
And her mom was super sweet and told me, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but she told me that they had a picture of the billboard on their fridge at one point. So I don't know. So that was cool. And then I think the question though was, who did I meet in Nashville? So her obviously, and then Alan Jackson, I mentioned earlier, country singer that I toured with, and Dirk Bentley, another famous country singer I toured with. And then just, backstage at music festivals. This is 15 years ago when I was doing that. I haven't done it in recent years, but I had a band with me and we'd be going. And I was one of the acts that would play earlier in the day because I wasn't like a headliner or anything. Right. But I'd be on the same bill with some pretty big names, Kenny Chesney or pretty big star artists, and they'd be at the same festival. So you get to meet these guys backstage and take a picture together. And I was a songwriter, so sometimes I'd pitch them a song maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good memories.
Well, sounds like a good life. I'm envious.
Yeah, it was fun, and not without its struggles either. I mean, everything's a balance, though. I think in life, I had a big dream and a goal, and I was an artist, and I wanted to do this thing. And there's not really like I did go to music school for a couple of years, but I found that was more if you wanted to maybe become a teacher of music or something like that. But there wasn't really a school or a training place to go for how to just how do you get your song on the radio? How do you tour? How do you make money as a full-time musician without having to just play pubs the rest of your life or just playing bars? Because I did that for years.
Or being in the subway.
Or being in the subway busking. I started my first gig, if it was even a gig, was at my hometown, Fergus, Ontario, Canada, at the Fergus Farmers Market. And on the weekend, I was busking. I think I was only 9 years old.
Wow.
And I remember the one weekend, my brother was 7. He's 2 years younger than me. He was the drummer in my band for years. But we were just little guys at that point, and he was playing this little bongo drum, and I was on my guitar. My voice wasn't changed yet. I had a high soprano voice, and we were singing like John Denver Country Roads and just some famous songs. And I think we got $80 Canadian.
Wow.
For like 2 hours of busking there one time, and to us that was just like wow.
Yeah.
Like we were rich. That was big, and people were just throwing in loonies. But you get a couple little
go
kids
out and
there
buy a
in the
BMX
market, right?
for that back then.
Yeah. And so I've done all kinds of little gigs, and then the bars through my teens. Probably I was too young to even be in some of them, but I was in the band playing, and then eventually the Nashville thing. And so it wasn't like an overnight thing. Any of the success that I did have. It was more like they call Nashville a 10-year town, and I believe it because you put your time in, and then maybe you get a chance at it. And I think the big thing is when you do get that opportunity, you got to grasp it and really go for it. I guess that's outside of music too, though. So for Thailand here, I mean, when my uncle brought it up to me, it was like, I'm kind of okay. I'm 40 now or whatever, and my music career's. I had a good run, and I still want to keep doing it. But if I don't get on the radio again, and I don't have all these things, because with AI and all this technology now, it's making it even more tough, I think. And everyone can put their music out there online now, right? So it's highly competitive too. So to have an actual full-time career where you make a living at it is not easy to do now. So, but I'd already had a chance, and I got to do a lot of it, which was great. And I thought, I want to give Thailand a shot. And so if you're someone that's self-employed or a digital nomad or something like that, it can be a great spot for you to consider settling, I think. Yeah.
Richie says, hope it's a good day. It is so far here in Thailand, unless you're over in Iran or the UAE right now. It's not such a good day. British Knight, there's a name from the past, says, good day to Cooper and the crew. I'm back in Pattaya after 1 year hiatus. Man, I miss this place, and we missed you too. Welcome back, British Knight.
Welcome.
Hopefully you'll come and meet up with us at the next meet and greet and say hello.
That'd be great.
What a Sale says, great to see Ryan has it all figured out in his 40s. The right recipe for a great life in Thailand.
Hey, that's the goal, eh? Keep working towards it.
Exactly.
But, glad to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rich Price says, Ryan, do you ride motorbike there? Do you find it crazy?
I do ride a motorbike. Actually, we were just looking at our bikes before we got on the show.
You got the same bike as me.
Yeah, we got the same bike. Yeah, the X-Max. So, I do ride one here, and I can say that's the only vehicle that my uncle has here. He's got a motorbike in Brook, and the only one I have too. And it's great. It's all I need to get around here, really. I know you've got a vehicle. And you know, some people want that, I guess. But for me, so far, and if you need to get a Bolt, which is kind of like the Uber of here, like a taxi service or whatever, they're super affordable and they can take you anywhere you want to go to.
Mhm.
And they've got these things called bot buses here too, which you give them like, what is it, 10 baht a ride?
10 baht.
Yeah, so that's super cheap. and
30
you-
US cents.
Yeah, 30 US cents. And you get on this back of a truck, basically. It's safe. You get in there and they'll ride you down to the stop and you get out. And so for local runs like that, it's great. Now, where I live at Dusset Grand Park One Way, they actually have a free shuttle service where they'll take you to the grocery store, or where there's a few specific locations they go to.
Yeah.
I know my Uncle Brooks' wife, Jackie, goes there regularly to Macro and the Lotus grocery stores locally here and uses that service. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's a nice ride too.
Yeah, she's your aunt, actually.
That's right.
Aunt Jackie. Rich says, do you like the shopping places here?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it depends where you're going, but I mean, I like to go to the night markets. So there's Theppersit Market. Theppersit's the name of a street in Jomtien.
Mhm.
It's got a big
The
market
main
there.
street, yeah.
Yeah, Main Street. What's their market open? 6 o'clock at night or
From
early?
5 in the
5?
evening, yeah.
5 till what, 10 or 11 at night, I think,
Yeah.
something like that. And that's daily, every day. And there's piles of vendors with kiosks and, you know, booths set up and whatever. And I've even seen, you know, little kid live bands playing there, and you throw them a tip and they play a great song. And
Mhm.
and you can get great food there, and you can find things like sandals or shorts or t-shirts or sunglasses, watches, rings, necklaces, I don't know, whatever you want, you know.
So how do you find the grocery stores here?
The grocery stores are good. I generally go to the one called Lotus on Sukhumvit is
Yeah.
the name of the road. That's another main road here.
And your free shuttle bus goes there, doesn't it?
Yep, free
Yep.
shuttle bus from
Yep.
Dusset Grand Park goes over to the Sukhumvit Lotus. So I take that, go over there, and yeah, I'll buy groceries there. I usually put them on my Canadian credit card there because that's one of the spots that accepts credit card.
Mhm.
So for me, that's been handy to know. You know, you can use your MasterCard or Visa there. But if I'm buying food locally, like at the markets, the Jomtien night market or the Theppersit night market, or two I like to go to, you know, I'm paying cash, so baht, right,
Mhm.
for food, or if I want to buy a shirt or whatever, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Trader says this year we only had about 2 weeks of winter in Las Vegas. When the sun comes up later, we'll be over 27 degrees Celsius in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Warming up, catching
right.
up to Thailand.
Yeah,
there.
it is catching up. That's close to Thailand temperature there.
Yeah, because I think the weather today was around 34, 35 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, actually, it was quite hot today. Yeah, no, I've seen days though, right, where it's what 29 or 32, right, in that
Mhm.
range. So not far from 27, but yeah.
Yeah, and normally about April is our hottest month, where it actually hits 38 to 40.
Yeah, so see, I haven't
experienced
that yet, but
Yeah.
coming up soon, I will. So
Yeah.
you definitely want to have air conditioning here in in my opinion, in your unit. I've got it turned on a fair bit. It's all right, I'd just be sweating buckets all the time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mr. For Your Sister says at Las Vegas Trader in Vegas, is Vegas really dead now? I've been hearing that for 6 months. I have too, all over YouTube. But John Bain says, greetings from Wahin. Greetings, Bajan. How you doing, brother?
Greetings.
What a Sale says, live music here, only here on Coopersthaiadventure. No cover charge.
That's right.
No cover charge. Here's your uncle, Mr. Brock Snitters. He says, well done, Risky.
Well done, Rysky.
Rysky, is that what
Yeah.
he calls you?
That's
Rysky?
the nickname he's had for me for years since I was a little boy. Yeah. Rysky or Rysky the Man.
Rysky the Man.
I call
yeah.
him Brookster the Man though. So.
Yeah, he calls me Cooper the Man.
Cooper the Man. Everybody's the man.
And next up, we have Captain Action, who gifted 1 Coopersthaiadventure membership to 1 lucky subscriber. So now you'll get the badge next to your name free for 1 month, courtesy of Captain Action Henry from Tampa. So thank you very much, Henry. And if it's you that's got the badge, just give him a thumbs up and say thank you.
Yeah.
What a Sale says that Brock Snitters is
Yep.
in the house.
In the house.
Tim P. Ryan, have you ever met Brett Kessel down in Nashville? He's a country singer from Alberta.
Yes, Tim P. Brett's a friend of mine, actually. I've known
Okay.
him since before he had a record deal and he's a pretty famous singer in Canada now. And in regards to Nashville, yeah, we have hung out in Nashville. Like I haven't been living in Nashville for over 10 years, but a decade ago, so we hung out there a few times. I played an event in Canada. There was a famous TV show called Dragon's Den. I think in the States they had the Shark Tank is the equivalent version.
I know that one. Yeah.
So in Canada there was one called Dragon's Den, and there was a dragon on there, obviously a rich guy named Brett Wilson, and he wanted to invest in the music industry, and he got involved with Brett Cassell. And then they came to Nashville and we're doing a bunch of stuff, and teamed up with Garth Brooks' manager, famous singer there. And Brett Cassell got into that camp. But anyway, they did an event where the Canadians in Nashville one time, kind of like what you do at Fraser's, where you get the community together and you have food and you hang out. In our case, we hung out, we all played music. And so this Dragon Den guy and then Brett Cassell were the hosts of it. And I was one of the artists singing at it. And so yeah, we did that event together. And but yeah, he's a great guy.
Are you still in touch with him to this day, or?
I haven't talked to him in a while. I mean, we know each other, but it's been a few years. You know, he's kind of like someone I knew from, you know, we'd always cross paths at music industry events, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if you were in an industry and like once or twice a year you go to events and you kind of see the same people and you say hi and how you doing and how's your wife and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of knew him that way, sort of. Yeah.
Captain Action says, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene, hello, Ryan, great show.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Henry. Alpha says, hey, Ryan, did you meet up with Brian Mello from Hamilton, Ontario? Man,
that brings a bell.
Brian Mello.
Did he work with Attic Records back in the day? I don't know. You'll have to answer that after. But that name rings a bell. I can't put a face to the name right now. But I've definitely been through Hamilton, Ontario a lot. That's not too far from my hometown area, and they've traditionally hosted the Canadian Country Music Awards a lot in Hamilton too. So I've played in Hamilton. Actually, the Alan Jackson dates I did where I opened up for him, we played in Hamilton at Cops Coliseum there.
So did you ever do, you know, the road trip tours where you're on the big bus and you're touring from city to city and you're staying in hotels every night and you're like on the road for 6 months to a year? Did you ever do all that?
I did. Now I want to put it in context though. I started out, you know, small town kid from a small town on a farm, didn't know anything about the music business, parents, family trying to help me out, learn about it, whatever. As I got older, in my teens, I did a few. Back then we were making our own CDs independently. You know, you print your CDs and you put your songs on it, and we were, you know, doing that. Eventually it became digital and all that later with the internet. But yeah, and I was playing little fall fairs, we called them. So little outdoor venues with my sibling. Actually, siblings were in my band. My sister played keyboards. My brother was on the drums. And we had a friend from school on the bass. So this is when we were about teenagers. And we used to rehearse in our barn back on the farm at home. And then on the weekends, we'd go out and play a local beef barbecue, or, you know, this is for like 100 people in a backyard or whatever kind of. Right. And then I've got into smoky bars and played some rough places, and I played some really nice venues. Some of my favorites have been like soft seat theaters where people are really listening to you and they want to hear the songs. Like those were my favorite venues. But anyway, yeah, I did get the chance later on after going through and learning, paying my dues, I guess you could say, to ride on a few tour buses and on a few tours. Never as the headliner, but I'd be like the opening act, and I got that experience. One of them was, like I mentioned earlier, my Uncle Brooke came on that one as well. Was the Alan Jackson tours, famous country artist. And then there's a Canadian country artist named George Canyon, for some of our Canadians here, that had a tour. And that was my first tour where I got to be the opener on his tour. And we did 9 dates across Canada. And I got to ride on the tour bus with him and his crew, all nice guys. And yeah, they give you like a bunk on the bus, and you ride, sleep there at night. But when you get to the next town, like the driver's driving you through the night, and you're sleeping or whatever. And then, these buses are big, right? They got kitchens on them and bunks and whatever. They're nice. It's like a home on wheels, you know. And you get into the town though, and the promoter of the concert would have a hotel there. You know, you get a room when you're there. You do need to, and you might think, oh, that seems kind of like unnecessary. But, you know, when you get there and you're on the road for weeks on end.
Shower.
Yeah, you need to shower. You need to freshen up, and just have an actual bed that's not in motion is kind of nice, you know. So yeah, we do that, get a nap usually, and then you go to sound check and you test it out, maybe do a little radio interview with the local media there for the gig that night. We like to call it a gig. And yeah, and then I'd usually have about half an hour with my acoustic guitar. I'd be the opening act. I'd play my songs, tell some stories, try to win over the crowd, maybe sell a little merchandise after to them, you know, build a few fans, make some friends. and then the headliner go on after, and then you pack it all down, you load up the bus, and you go to the next town and do it again. And that's kind of how that worked.
Rich Price says, would you try Laos? Even though Uncle Brooke says no. Just curious how rebellious you actually are.
Well, I haven't been to Laos yet, but interestingly, like through my girlfriend, like there's quite a few Laos ladies here in Jomtien, like that are working the bars and doing that kind of thing. So I've met quite a few people from Laos since I've been in Thailand, but I haven't personally been to Laos yet. Would I go there? Yes, because just generally speaking, I like to go experience stuff and see it for myself, and then I can tell you more about it, right? So I'll probably go someday, but haven't yet. I picked Vietnam for my first trip, as I mentioned earlier. So.
Okay. I'd like your feedback when you get back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Mr. For Your Sister says, Ryan, is it a pain in the behind not having a Thai bank account? I was thinking about the DTV instead of the retirement visa.
That's a great question. Is it a pain? Yes and no. I make it work fine so far in my 5 months. So ask me in a year or two and maybe I'll have a different answer. Now, my Uncle Brooke has a bank account here. I don't have one, so my banking's in Canada. I do have a cross-border bank from Canada to the States as well with Royal Bank of Canada. So I've got kind of Canada and US covered, but I don't have Thailand. So, getting money here, I mean, I do, move it into basically a checking account back home in the West. And then I got a debit card here in Thailand with me, and I go to the ATM machine. I like to go to the yellow machines when you get here, which are Krung Sri. It's a local bank because their ATM machines allow you to withdraw the max amount, 30,000 baht in one transaction, because you're paying transaction fees to do this. So, it adds up. A lot of the other machines, I think, are only maybe 20,000, right, that they allow you to take out. So I like that Krung Sri one. I go there, and when I need it, I just I go there and take out the 30,000 baht through the ATM. And that's how I generally do it. And then if I go to the grocery store, like I said, Lotus or places like that accept Visa or MasterCard, I'll sometimes just pay on my credit cards. And I kind of balance it out that way, depending on what it is I'm looking to purchase. So I'm making it work. Is it a pain? Maybe a little bit. It'd be nicer to have an account here, but I don't need it. You can do it without it too, I think, if you're, intelligent about it.
Good advice. Rich Price says, or do you do things slightly different than Uncle Brooke, like scan pay, Wise Card, ATM, etc.?
Well, he's got a scan pay, I guess, through his Thai bank account that he has. I don't have that because I just do it the way I just told you. So,
do you have a Wise Card? Do you use Wise?
Funny, I don't have one. That's a long story, but no, I don't have one right now. I mean, I can get into that if you want, but I don't need to waste everybody's time. But long story short is I don't have one right now. Would it be nice to have it? Probably, because I'd probably save a little bit of fees. Because, the bank fees they're kind of expensive, I guess, doing the ATM that way. But I guess that's just part of the cost of living and doing business here, right?
So how often would you say you hit the ATM? Do you hit it once a month and do your 30,000, or you're doing it once a week? What would you say average you use in the ATM, Ryan?
Well, I've learned from my Uncle Brooke, Mr. Frugal, right? He's gonna get me for that one. Anyway, so I just do it when I need to, though. Basically, I mean, it's probably I shoot to go once a month, actually. I don't know if I'm actually doing that. I probably go a little more frequently than that, but maybe once a month, because I don't, we're keeping the fridge full at home. I'm using the credit card right at the grocery store, so I'm not using the cash up there. So the cash is really if I'm going out, we already have the motorbike and all that. So it's just if you're, going out to a bar, or you're going for local street food or that kind of thing where they don't accept a credit card, right? Then you're paying baht. So, probably you can get by. It depends on your lifestyle, though, right? It's kind of an individual thing. So for me, I can kind of get by going probably once a month on average to the ATM, and that might change a little bit here and there, but yeah.
Rich Price says, what about water? Do you drink water only bottled, or would you drink tap water in your condo?
We're drinking bottled water. There's a great place, again, right? I keep mentioning it, but near Dusset Grand Park where I live, you just go up the road and they've got really reasonable big cases of bottled water. I just pick them up there. I pay baht cash to them there for that. And I'll bring them back on the motorbike. I can grab a couple cases at a time. And yes, we're drinking bottled water, but it's very affordable. But some people do drink the tap water here. I think my first week I was here, I did try a little bit of it. My Uncle Brooke told me there was a lady living in Dusset Grand Park 2, where he is across the road from me, that had got like a tester or something and was testing the water, and she had concluded that it was safe to drink.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's one opinion, I guess, that I heard about, that it's safe to drink. Other people I've heard, they don't want to drink it. So I don't know. Take your chances. I have drunk some before, and I didn't have any issues. But after I drank the bottled water, it does taste a little better. So
yeah. Now, where you live at Dusset Grand Park 1, I've seen there by the gym, they have a reverse osmosis water machine there.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried that?
I actually haven't used it. Funny you mentioned it, because my girlfriend and I just the other day said, "Oh, we're gonna use that this weekend."
It's cheaper than buying the bottle.
Yeah, than buying the bottle. We've just been buying the bottle, so we're gonna go do that.
Just as good.
I'll report back to you how it went next time. But
yeah, I've used it, and it's just as good.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's great. And there's a great gym there too. Like I go there for the gym and the saunas at both those places, right? I do that daily, so we have a little routine. A bunch of us. You got Robert Nutt and Brownie, myself, my Uncle Brooke. Some of the other guys will jump in Well, I'll usually go to the gym. There's a great gym there. You can work out. They got cardio. They got weight machines. Now this is at Dusset Grand Park 1, where I am. At number 2, they got that too, because I spent my first month there with my uncle, so I got to try out both places.
Yeah.
That place is a little newer, by the way. You pay a little more, but it's newer. But I'm actually personally, believe it or not, I'm enjoying living at number 1. Maybe it's because I have a poolside unit. Some people might say, "Oh, is it too noisy? You get kids screaming," that kind of thing. There's a lot of kids around, but I haven't had an issue with it. There's families, and everybody's pretty friendly. Quite a few Russians actually living there, just as a side note. And so I go to the gym usually daily there, which is great. And then we go to there's a steam sauna and a dry sauna. I like to go to the steam sauna and then jump in the pool after, and that's the reward.
Yeah.
After that steam sauna and getting into the pool just feels great, because you get, the temperature, like you said earlier, it's like plus 30 degrees often, right? So you're sweating buckets if you're me and ready to get in that pool.
Yeah. David Lowe says, as a professional musician, do you ever do karaoke and blow everyone away, or do you have to go to song, maybe classic country song, and a great live stream?
Got me chuckling on that. Thanks for the question, David. Yes, historically I've stuck to the principles, I guess, or principles, whatever, that I'm not a karaoke singer, I'm a recording artist or whatever, But that's not really. I actually have, since I got here to Thailand. It's fun, and I've been going to karaoke bars, not all the time, but every few weeks or once a month I'll go out with friends, and we'll go out and sing some songs. And so my girlfriend likes to do social media stuff, so she's been I wasn't on TikTok before. I was on, as I mentioned earlier, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. But she started me at TikTok, and she just started posting videos of me singing at a few karaoke spots on it. They do seem to really love that. What was the song I said earlier by Eric Clapton? "You Look Wonderful Tonight."
Yeah.
Like that one always goes over great here. Here, I'll give you 10 seconds, all right?
All right, go on.
It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair. And then she asks me, "Do you look all right?" I say, "Yes, you look wonderful tonight." There we go.
Yeah.
So I'll go out and do that song or some other famous ones, And it's always a lot of fun, and people usually respond good. But I don't usually have the guitar at those places, so I always feel a little naked, because I'm I'm so used to singing with a guitar. It's like my prop, right? And when I do karaoke, maybe that's why I never did it as much, because you can't really have a guitar. You just get up and sing. But I guess, my Uncle Brooke likes to say, a drinking man is a hard life. But if you have 1 or 2 drinks, it makes it a little easier to do the karaoke, I think.
So what was the biggest venue you ever played in?
Oh boy, the biggest venue would have been, I did some music festivals. So what I mean by that is there's a bunch of artists that come there over a 3 or 4 day period, and they've got a main stage, and they got side stages, and whatever. Yeah, that kind of thing. And you get thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people at some of these throughout the course of the whole festival. So I did a few of those, the real big ones. And those ones I would be more either on the main stage at noon, which the crowds aren't all there yet, or I would have been on a side stage, which can actually be a lot of fun, because you get a beer tent at night with 2,000 people in it wanting to party, and you're just rocking up there. And those were fun, but not the biggest though. Probably for me, I guess would have been either the Dirk Bentley or the Alan Jackson gigs I did. I think probably the Alan Jackson, because I had 3. I guess they were big arenas, almost like stadium shows, right?
Yeah.
One of them was in Hamilton that someone mentioned earlier there on our show here, at a venue called Coliseum, and that would have been, I don't know, there was probably 20,000 people in the crowd, maybe.
Wow. So here's the big test, Ryan.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to ask you this question.
Yeah.
And this will tell us whether you made it in the music business or not.
All right.
When you're up there, you're on stage, and you got 20,000 people watching you.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever throw their underwear up at the stage at you?
Oh, I can't say I had a pair of underwear actually thrown at me on the stage.
It wasn't a pair of boxers, was it?
No, thankfully not. I mean, there's obviously lots of funny stories over the years. The first picture I see is coming from Canada. Now I'm digressing a bit here, but I'll make it quick. Is I grew up skiing, like downhill snow skiing, and you'd go up the ski hill. You ride up on the chairlift, they call it, right? And I'd go up, and some of these lifts I'd go up, and there'd be these trees, and they're full with bras, right? And they're just like hanging there. People have so it's like they mistake them for being at a concert, or maybe that's where the concert idea came from for it. But I don't think I ever got a bra on the face, but you never know what tomorrow might bring down at Lone Star. So.
There you go. And Rich Price says, great show. Thank you, Rich. What a sale. Success and well earned through sacrifice, Ryan. Commendable effort.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
And thank you. What a sale. Neelix says, have you ever heard of another Canadian singer named Leonard Cohen? He has a song called I'm Your Man, but it's a little older.
I have heard of Leonard Cohen. Of course, he's very famous in Canada, an ingenious lyricist. I mean, he's very highly regarded for his ability to craft words and lyrics and songs. And I do remember that he had a song called I'm Your Man, completely disrelated to my I'm Your Man. But that's an interesting thing with music. Brownie and I were talking in the pool here just the other day about, he's into music too and used to be in a band and whatnot. And he helped you make your theme song here, right, for the show. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about music and whatever, and just that, there's so many different ideas you can have for songs, but only so many. I mean, there's only so many musical notes, only so many words in, say, the English language, only so many variations you can do with those elements. So music's basically made up of, there's melody, harmony, and rhythm. Those are basically the constructing parts, and how many different ways, and lyrics as well, but how many different ways can you combine those things to make something unique that hasn't been already done before? So one thing I learned when I got to Nashville and became a professional songwriter from my time there was that you can't copyright a title in music. So you could copyright a song, and someone could plagiarize your song or the tune. That could be plagiarized, and then you see people go to court for all that. And the famous singer Ed Sheeran had a big public court thing a little while ago, I think, on one of his songs. They were saying that he'd ripped off some earlier song from years ago and whatever. I don't think it ended up, I think he won, but anyway, but there are only so many combinations you can do, right? So you just got to try to be unique about it, I guess. But I remember that song I'm Your Man from Leonard Cohen, and he's a legend. So, yeah.
Rich Price says, does anything there remind you of Vancouver?
Well, Vancouver.
Here in Thailand.
Geez, I guess just being near the ocean. I mean, it's a different type, both, I guess, based off the Pacific Ocean. But, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, we've got more, cooler weather than here, right? So here it's always really dry, hot, humid. You got palm trees, sandy beaches. Vancouver, you get by the ocean as well, but you're going to get snow in the winter, and you're going to have, more needle trees and things like that, not palm trees so much and that kind of stuff. So, a little bit of similarity near the ocean. I don't know what else would remind me of to Vancouver.
Now, have you ever tried any of the Canadian restaurants here?
I don't think I've been to it.
We have a couple.
Give me an example of one. What would
there? If you go down Tepperset Road, just past Soy Zero, traffic lights, you got a Canadian restaurant there on the right.
Okay.
It's right next to the Norwegian restaurant. They got the Canadian flag.
Oh no, I don't think I've been there. Although I
It's
guess
a bar/restaurant.
okay, yeah. I guess I could make the argument too. Coming to Thailand, I've had lots of Canadian restaurants before, so I'll try something different. But yeah, I generally eat at the markets, or I mix it up sometimes. Go to restaurant too, but I'll usually eat at the markets, or like I said, you can just be walking down the street and you'll just find there's a local Thai person set up with a little food shop, and I like supporting those guys too. They're trying to make a life for themselves, and hey, the food's usually good because, like we said earlier, it's not processed. You're getting some good chicken or pork or beef and some rice or noodles. Pad Thai is great. You can get some great Pad Thai here, of course.
So does Canada have a famous dish? Food
Well,
dish?
I mean, we've got maple syrup.
Yeah, everybody knows about Canadian maple syrup. I'm talking about a food dish.
A food dish that's famous.
Maybe
out of Canada.
Italians are famous for their
Pasta,
pasta and their
yeah.
pizza. Well,
Yeah.
what about?
I think New York pizza, Italian pasta. I don't know if Canada. I mean, Canada is the maple syrup. I don't know if there's like an actual food dish that would be just known to be out of Canada. I mean, we've got. Yeah, I can't give you a good answer on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, but we've got everything that you'd have. I mean, all the restaurants, the variety, the grocery stores. You get all the. I mean, it's Western, right? So you get all the regular Western foods that are available there if you want them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Canada famous for mousse, like
Oh, yeah.
chocolate mousse, vanilla mousse?
Oh, there's that.
strawberry
Well,
mousse?
there's that. I guess there's
Because
that.
you got
Yeah.
a lot of mousse in
Yeah,
Canada.
yeah, we
don't
do.
you?
Yeah, we do. I did get to see on my touring adventures too. A couple times I did run into moose on the highway. So they're real big. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Masterson says, "Hey, Coop and Ryan, enjoyed your music. Great talent. Have you played in a bar there yet? When I come in April, love to check you out."
Hey, thanks, David. Yes, I have. So I've played a few places, and I mentioned earlier one of the local bars is called Lone Star, and they've got a great house band, Filipino band there, and I know those guys now. So yeah, whenever I go there, I'll get up and sing some tunes with them. So yeah, maybe we can make it work when you come to town. Hit me up on social media or let Cooper know or whoever, and we'll go down to Lone Star and play some tunes.
Well, let me know next time you're going down there. Me and Darlene will come and watch you.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come support you, buddy.
Thanks.
Terry Fallon saw Alan Jackson years ago. Faith Hill opened up for him. Great show.
Yeah. Faith Hill. So she's a great
I know
country
her, yeah.
singer and married to Tim McGraw.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Trader says to Mr. for your sister, I seldom go to the tourist zone, but it seems to me that business is slow. In my opinion, the reason is super high tourist prices for everything, outrageous ripoff resort fees.
Yeah.
Okay. That's in Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas.
He's referring to, yeah. Because he asked, is it true that Vegas is sort of dead now? Because he's been seeing it on YouTube for over 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can't speak to that personally. I do have, someone asked earlier who I'd met famous in the music industry. So I'm combining these two together. There's one person I forgot to mention that's not in the country music genre, is someone I met through a friend of mine that's a fellow songwriter that had moved to Nashville, Tennessee, where it's mainly country music, but he'd come from New York. And he'd been in the pop music industry there, but he was looking for a change and to raise a family. He wanted to get out of the city. His name's Andrew Fromm, this guy, the songwriter. He's not the famous guy, but he's the one that wrote songs for a band called the Backstreet Boys.
Know them, yeah, British band.
Yeah, big boy band from the 90s or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they had that song like, Tell Me Why.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, and a bunch of other big hits. And anyway, so one of their members named Nick Carter, I got to know him because he moved to Nashville when I was there because he was really good friends with my friend, this songwriter named Andrew, that had written songs for them years ago on their big Backstreet Boys album and all that. And so, we all got to hang out and become friends and wrote a few tunes and stuff. And he is now in Vegas, is where I was putting this whole thing together.
Okay.
He's living there with his family, and the Backstreet Boys have done like a comeback. They're all older guys now. I think they're 40s and 50-year-old guys now and got kids and wives and all that. And but anyway, they're doing this what do they call it, where they sing every night? Yeah, like a reunion tour, and they're singing at the same venue every night. It's called Sphere.
Okay.
And it's in Las Vegas. It's this huge venue called Sphere, and the Backstreet Boys are doing like a reunion tour there where they sing there, I think, regularly at this venue, and people come. It's like a 20,000 seat venue.
Yeah.
And people come there from, I think, all over the world to go to this experience in this venue. It's a big globe-shaped place, I guess.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah. So Nick's been doing that there. So that's really my only connection to Las Vegas. I haven't been there in a long time. I don't know the current state of the place, other than he's living there and seems like he's having a good time there. But not everybody's a Backstreet Boy, though. So I guess life is probably pretty good there. But
Rich Price says, I know a question. Do you still do other things for income, or just the money investing and passive income thing?
Well, pretty much. I mean, I get a little bit of royalty still for songs I had played on the radio like 15 years ago, like I'm Your Man and a few of the other ones that I released over the years. But, you know, I was telling my uncle recently, you know, those checks were big when the songs first came out, and then they got lesser and lesser over the years, which makes sense. So, you know, that's not enough to survive off anymore. That's just a little bit of extra income for me. But, and I'm not as active with the touring. So when I was doing that a lot, I was making an income as a professional musician. So I was playing venues and getting hired to do it and selling merchandise and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it's a creative thing. I mean, I'm a creative artist and a guy like that, but it is also just like for any of our entrepreneurs out there, it's like running your own little business, right? And so that's what I was doing for income then. Now that I'm here doing this 41 and retired thing that we got in the title, how does it make sense? Because it says this makes no sense in the title. I don't know. I mean, I'm doing, I've got investments. I've got my condo back home with a tenant, but I'm probably going to try to get rid of that when my mortgage is up for a renewal in a couple of years. And I'll probably look at, we'll see where things are at, but I'll probably look at, you know, selling that and investing the money, just because it's nice to be, when you're in Thailand here, from my perspective, and my uncle does this too, it's nice to kind of be liquid. And if you're in the markets and you're investing, then you can kind of be that way more and try to make some passive income. I don't really use the word passive though, because I'm actually studying this stuff and spending time, you know, even trading it a little bit, right? To try and make a little bit of side income to support my life, right? So that's how I choose to do it, but everybody's got a different game plan, right?
Yeah, that's a good plan. Tim P says, Ryan, have you met George Canyon, Jan Arden, or Katie Lang, our other Albertans?
And you can mention Paul Brandt there too. He's an Albertan, right? Yeah, George Canyon I'm friends with. I've toured with him. There'll be pictures of us on probably my Instagram or Facebook, or just Google us. You'll probably find something. Jan Arden I've met. Her guitar player played on my recordings, and I don't really know her though. And Katie Lang I've never met.
She's famous, yeah.
So yeah, she's definitely famous. Yeah.
Terry says at Tim P and Terry Clark, I think she's from Alberta too.
Yes, Terry Clark I have met. I did one show with her years ago. I wasn't supposed to. There was a Canadian artist named Kira Isabella that was coming up, and she was on the same label as me at Sony Music Canada at that point. This is 15 years ago. And she was, I don't know, had another commitment or was sick or something. She couldn't do the date, and she was supposed to open up for Terry Clark that night. So I get a call from the booking agent saying, you know, can you be tomorrow night in Ontario at this place? We need the opener, you know, Kira can't do it. So yeah, I said, oh, get a chance to open for Terry Clark, of course. So anyway, so that was a great opportunity for me. So I opened up for her that one night and got to meet her a little bit. So yeah, great gal, great talent. And from Alberta, great province.
Yeah. So we're at 1 hour, 42 minutes now. So we're going to be wrapping up, but we'll finish the last few comments. So say your goodbyes now. We'd like to keep the show to about 2 hours, folks.
Time flies by.
It does. You having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. Cooper told me before the show, he said, oh, time will fly by. It certainly has. You just get into it here. And
absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Las Vegas Trader says, for Mr. For You Sister, I do not recommend a visit to Las Vegas. Everything is priced 10 times what price should be. I miss the glory days of Las Vegas from 20th century. I recommend Southeast Asia. So do I.
Yeah. Well, I recommend where we are here. Southeast Asia is great. Good to know that, though. Yeah.
Yeah. And all the shows here are free. Have you ever been to the concert? Were you here last year when they had the big jazz festival on the beach?
No, I wasn't here. Yeah.
Well, it's starting next month. So you're going to be here for it next month. They got a huge lineup. I've seen the billboard there at Second Road coming down from Prada Mac Hill.
Cool.
They got a huge lineup, about 20 famous stars.
Oh, great.
That are going to be performing on Patio Beach.
Oh, look forward to that. That'll be fun. Yeah.
Tim P says, Terry Fallon, greetings, Terry. I'd forgotten about Clark. Thanks. White Lion says if you go inside a physical bank branch, you can withdraw without the ATM fee. That is true.
Oh, good. Okay.
Take your passport and your card and tell them how much you want to withdraw over the counter, and they'll give you the money.
Now they'll take
over there.
my Canadian or American bank
Card.
debit card.
Yep.
Okay, good to thank you very much.
And
now
you
it's
have to
White
pay
Line 1, 2,
zero
3.
fee then with the ATM.
Oh, great. Well, hey,
Going with your girlfriend, it'll help that
Yeah.
she's Thai.
now she's with a bank called K Bank.
K-Bank's a good bank
here in
yeah.
Thailand. Yeah.
Mhm.
So she's got, I've seen her. She's got the scan thing on her phone, and she's got a debit card for it or whatever, and goes
Yeah.
into. Now we usually just go to her K Bank ATM machine when she's withdrawn, and she'll
Yeah.
take it out of there. But if I just had her take me into K Bank,
Yep.
I guess I could give them my Canadian or US debit card. You're saying?
Yeah, along with your passport.
With
you
my
have to take
passport?
you have to take
Okay.
photo identification in,
Okay.
and preferably a driver's license as well.
I can bring all those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, that's great. I'll thanks for that advice and tip their White Line 1, 2, 3 is your name on YouTube here,
Yeah,
and I will go try that out and let you know how it goes.
it does work. I've done it myself.
Cool. That's
Yeah,
great.
back in
Yeah.
the day. Yep. Bandy Dandy says most ATMs here in Vietnam have ridiculously low limits you can draw at a time. That is true. When we went to Hanoi, Darlene and I went to the ATM. I think the maximum I could take out was something stupid like $30 or $40.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that was the maximum would let me take out the machine.
Wow.
And I think that was like 2 million of the Vietnam
dong.
currency. Yeah,
Yeah,
dong.
the Vietnamese dong.
And
yeah.
I thought, oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're pretty rich when you first go there. You see these $1 million bills.
Exactly. Terry says, hello at Tempe. She's one of our favorite Canadian artists.
Cool.
Mike Dottie says, is there a limit to how much you can withdraw from the ATMs? Here in Thailand, it's 30,000
That's right.
per
30,000
transaction.
per transaction. And again,
Yeah.
at that yellow ATM machine from Krungsea Bank,
Yes.
they let you automated. You set, if you speak English, you put the English language, you hit the button, put your debit card in, enter your little 4-digit passcode. That's what I do at least. And it gets you in, and I just hit the withdraw button. And then I just click on the preset numbers. They give you a 5, 10, 20, or 30,000. I click the 30,000 button, and then it'll pop out the 30,000 baht cash, and you're done. Yeah.
So how much is 30,000? 30,000 is around about, with today's exchange rate,
Give you that.
$1,000 US.
Yeah, and I keep this little converter calculator on my phone here. So I go from the Thai baht to Canadian currency in my case. So if I go 30,000 Thai baht here, that's 1,320 Canadian dollars currently.
Yeah. So you can do that on a single transaction on the ATM.
Yeah, which is probably about $1,000 American or something like that. Yeah.
Rich says, if you had a Schwab or Fidelity brokerage account, they give you an ATM card that pays those ATM fees. Well, actually, what they do, Rich, is you still get charged the fees. It's just they reimburse you on the first of every month. The ATM fees, yeah. You'll still see it pop up on the machine when you click yes, accept, and it'll still come out on the receipt from the ATM that you've been charged. What is the fee now, by the way? 280 baht, is it?
So at the actual ATM, the way I've been doing it, what I said earlier is 250 baht. They charge you the ATM, but then there's also the bank charging a conversion fee. And you can either select to have the local bank charge that fee or have your foreign bank back home charge the fee, right?
Right.
Now, I'm told it's cheaper to do it, generally speaking, if you click the button on the ATM machine that says
local,
have the local charge it.
Yes.
And, I don't know, I've seen different amounts show up. It probably depends on whatever the currency conversion is, right?
Because Canada is not going to give you a good baht rate.
No.
Considered that Thailand will give you a good Canadian rate.
Yeah. So I think I've had anywhere from $10 to $30. I've seen, but I tried both buttons too, because I went when I first got here to try them out, and one was more expensive than the other options. So, yeah.
Next up, White Lion says, if you go to the Green Bank, you can withdraw. That's your girlfriend's bank, by the way.
K-Bank, okay.
K-Bank.
Yeah.
You can withdraw cash without ATM fees. Load a prepaid card and then scan pay with their Tag Thai app.
Yeah, I did read about that somewhere. I haven't actually done it yet, so I need to look into that more. But I did hear about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you'd have to get the So go to the green bank, withdraw cash from the ATM, and get I guess she'd have to get a prepaid card from them, right? My girlfriend would.
Well, yeah, the Tag Thai app. You can load it up. I think from the machine, from the ATM machine, you can go into the transfer funds to that card.
Yeah. Good one for bringing that up. I'll look into that more too. Yeah.
W Secret to Success says, "Hello, gents. Ryan, have you met Lee Nas X, who performed the song Old Town Road? Billy Ray Cyrus later did a remix of it, which was awesome too."
That was awesome, and that was really popular.
Little Nas is who he's referring to. Yeah.
I have not met Little Nas, no, nor have I met Billy Ray Cyrus, but I know who they are, and I know of that song. It was a really popular song.
Yeah, both are very good performers.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo says, "Ryan, I'll be in your stomping ground next month in Vancouver, Victoria, and visiting Stanley Park. Has Rabbit asked to visit the Great White North?" So in other words, she asked you to come over to Canada.
Well, enjoy Victoria and Vancouver Island when you're there. Get some bike riding in, some cycling.
Well, he's taken Pin, his girlfriend, over to Canada. He got her a visa.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's great. Yeah. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy it there.
Any thoughts of you doing the same with Rabbit?
We'll see. I mean, hey, it could happen in the future, but right now we're focused on Thailand. I mean, I'm still relatively fresh here, right? So and enjoying it, and so I don't see going back anytime real soon. Although I did get a gig offer in June to play a summer music festival on Vancouver Island, so I might be going back for that, but that would just be for a little short time visit, I think. But the flights are kind of long, so you don't want to go for less than, I don't think, a week or so, because you get jet lagged, right? So you got to consider that. But
definitely.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Tim P says, "Wonderful Tonight" is off Clapton's album Slow Hand.
Yeah.
His one attempt away from the blues and ventured into country music.
That's right. I want to mention to Tim P here, go on YouTube and check out Ryan Laird Clapton. I got a song called Clapton that was released with a music video, and I actually referenced the name Slow Hand in that song, so you might enjoy checking it out.
Oh, wow. Okay. Captain Action says, "Brooke is a genius when it comes to money. I bet Brooke keeps 1-inch stacks of $100 bills in his shoes."
Or the freezer.
Yeah. Captain Action says he doesn't like getting caught short. No, he doesn't. Rich Price laughing out loud at Captain Action. And Captain Action says, "Love and respect. I hope Brooke knows I'm only trying to get him to smile." Yes, he does.
I'll speak for him. He'll know that. And I love going out to dinner with Brooke because he likes to treat me. He treated me just last night at the clubhouse. Thanks, Uncle Brooke.
What? That tight ass. He never treats me. He always says, "Hey, Coop, we got the money in the coffee jar?" Dot Yen says, "Do you do any cooking at home or mainly eat out?"
A little bit of both. Actually, with my girlfriend I'm not much of a cook, but she's a great cook. So yeah, we end up probably eating at home more often. So again, I'll get the food from the grocery store and load up the fridge, and yeah, she cooks for us. But with that in mind, we go out and eat too. So you do a little bit of a balance of both.
You ever cook for her?
Oh man, you're setting me up for that one. No, and she doesn't want me to either. I'll sing for her instead. I'm not much of a cook.
I'm going to tell you a true story before we log off about my wife, Darlene.
Okay.
When we met in Kuwait and we started dating, for the first year we were together, she told me she didn't know how to cook.
Okay.
So every time she came over to my house, I cooked dinner for both of us.
Oh, wow.
For a whole year.
Wow. Okay.
Then we went to a birthday party at a good friend of hers' house in Kuwait.
Yeah.
And Darlene was in the kitchen helping prepare the meal.
Yeah.
And I walked in the kitchen and I said to her friend, Mamacita was her name.
Okay.
I said, "What's Darlene doing in here?
Yeah.
She can't cook."
Yeah.
And she said, "What are you talking about? She's a fantastic cook." And that's it. Her face just dropped.
Yeah.
And from that day on forward, I've never cooked again.
There you go.
I said, "I'm going to get you back. You're cooking from now on."
Well, she got a year free of being kitchenless
duties,
right?
For a whole year I cooked, yeah. Not sure on this next one. Bandy Dandy says, "What, poutine?
Oh, that's Canadian. Yeah, poutine for sure. So
What is
poutine.
poutine?
He's right. Thank you for thinking of that, because you asked earlier in our show
About
what's
food?
a famous food from Canada, and I blanked out on that. But thanks for filling that in.
What
So
is poutine?
poutine is French fries with gravy and cheese melted on them.
Okay.
And it's really tasty, actually, just the way they do it. If you get the right poutine, it tastes really good. So that's a famous Canadian meal that everybody's got to try when they go to Canada.
Okay, because Darlene wants to go to Canada one time. I said I've never been, so I mean I've been across the Rockies,
Okay.
but on the American side, I never went across the Rockies into the Canadian side when I was going up to Aspen.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful country there. Worth driving through and checking out, and getting a poutine when you're there.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Brooke says he's going to be our tour guide. Captain Action says French fries and gravy,
That's
baby.
Right. That's right. The gravy boat.
Poutine is mainly a Canadian thing, and there you go.
Yep.
Brock Snitter's poutine.
That's right.
There's your
Poutine.
uncle. Poutine.
He knows about the gravy boat, my uncle. He can tell you about that next time, right?
Okay. Rich Price says poutine is French fries and cheese and gravy. Yeah. Alfa Romeo says Canadian poutine originated in Quebec.
Yeah, French. That's right.
French province of Quebec.
That's the French province of in Canada called Quebec. Yes,
Yeah.
they speak French. And
Can you speak French?
Un petit, a little bit.
Un petit.
Yeah,
I
learn
know
a bit,
that one a little bit. Captain Action says hi, Brooke. And Las Vegas Trader says there are several food dishes that are associated with Canada, including ketchup, chips, and maple syrup. But when I think Canada, poutine comes immediately to mind.
Yep, that's right. You guys are helping me out here. Thanks.
I never tried it. I'll have to try it. Captain Action also says they also enjoy malt vinegar on their poutine.
Sure.
Well,
yeah.
British enjoy malt vinegar.
I
on
like
their-
vinegar too on
their
it, actually. To
Chips,
think
they
of it.
call them over there, and not French fries. It was a common accoutrement at my restaurant up in Vermont for my wonderful French Canadian customers in Vermont.
Great. Yeah.
Tim P says, Ryan, a little music history for you.
Okay.
Eric Clapton's father was a Canadian pilot during World War II. He never met him, but found out later in life about his real father.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Sad story.
Yeah, that's for sure. I know that.
Dot Yen said, did you reveal your monthly budget? Nope. What is your, do you want to talk about that?
Oh, we can, yeah, if you want. I mean,
Sure, go ahead. We got about 5 minutes.
What's, I don't even know where do I start with that?
What would you say you spend an average month here in Thailand?
Well, I've done a decent amount of, I don't know if your subscribers are attuned to Grok or not, but,
Yeah.
You know, the app. So, and there's other AI apps out there, but I think a lot of us around here like Grok. So, yeah, I'm using that a lot to help me figure out what the budget is when I first got here. And, you know, it depends. Do you have a girlfriend? Do you not? Or whatever, right? Or a partner? Do you like to eat out a lot, or do you want to just have groceries and do you cook at home? Or do you want to go to nice restaurants, or do you want to eat Western food, or do you want to just eat local food for 50 or 60 or 70 baht? I mean, you can get a plate of rice and chicken for 50 or 60 baht, right? That's only, what is that, $2 or $2?
Exactly.
I mean, you do that twice a day. That's really cheap eating.
That's $4.
Yeah, and it's healthy too. I mean, I'm laughing a bit, but it's good food, you know. So you actually can do that if you want to, but you don't have to do that. You could also eat out nice, but it'd be more expensive. So it really depends on your personal preferences. But yeah, probably 40,000 baht or whatever in a month. I mean, you can do a really cheap, like on the lower end, like.
So 40,000 baht. That's got to put you about the $1,250 a month range, US.
Yeah, I would say you could. Probably. Well,
and that's you all in what? Rent, electricity, water, internet, food.
Yeah, that comes to 1760 Canadian right now. 40,000 baht. So whatever that is American, probably 1,300 or something.
And you have a girlfriend.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not.
So
saying
that's
I'm,
actually damn good. $1,250 a month, and you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's everything all in.
Now that's probably on the lower end. I just threw that number out there, but that's you might be 40 to 50,000, let's say, just to have a little buffer. You know, and every month can be a little different, right? But you might go on a trip one month, or you might eat out more another month than another one or whatever.
So you're talking $1,200 to $1,500 a month US
I would
maximum.
say so. You could do that if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, like living at Dusset Grand Park 1, I mean, you can get a, you know, maybe in that 10,000 bottom month range, you can get a nice studio apartment there, and it's nice, you know, the units are just fine.
Yeah.
Or you could pay a little more and get a 1 or a 2 bedroom unit, you know,
Yeah.
it depends on what your goals are and your budget.
Yeah, I filmed it for my channel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Dusset one.
Okay, great.
Okay, moving along because we've got to wrap it up, folks. We're coming up to 2 hours right now. Rich Price says, yes, I suppose all of us retirees are now investors. Yeah, investors in Thailand.
Yeah, that's right.
Captain Action said, Tim, with the info, thank you. KD Lang's version of Hallelujah live is stunning. I've seen it. Yeah, she does an excellent rendition
We'll
of
watch
Hallelujah.
that in bed tonight. Yeah, great song. Yeah.
Alfa Romeo says, another great live stream. Have a great weekend and looking forward to seeing you in July. Ryan, we need to bring the girls to the seafood market for dinner.
Sounds tasty. Let's do it.
Have you been to the seafood market in Nakua?
Yeah. I've been out there. Yep. I'm actually not a huge seafood guy, but my girlfriend loves it, and I don't mind trying things out. So I'm still exploring more of it.
Yeah. It's good. I've been there a few times. Terry Fallon says, thanks, guys. Nice to meet you, Ryan. Enjoy yourself in Thailand.
Thank you.
John Pelusi, great show, guys. See you sometime later in the year. Thank you, Johnny. And Tim P, thumbs up. Yes, please. If you're watching, now's the time. Give us a thumbs up on your way out the door.
Right on.
Much appreciated. What a Sale says, great show, Cooper and Darlene. Such a great guest. Thanks for all your effort on the channel. Thank you. What a Sale. Tim P says, great show as always, folks. Nice meeting Brian. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Las Vegas Trader says, in my opinion, the most famous Canadian musician is Diana Krall.
Diana Krall, famous jazz singer and piano player, beautiful blonde lady. She's married to Elvis Costello.
Have you met her?
No, I haven't met her, but she's actually from Vancouver Island originally, which is a city called Nanaimo, and that's where I was living before I came to Thailand here. Yeah.
Okay. White Lime says, for Tag Thai, you take a ticket to go to the counter to withdraw cash without fees. Then you take another ticket for another counter to get the prepaid card. You can do it as a Phalung, which means foreigner.
Right.
I'm sure your girlfriend would know all about Tag Thai and how it works.
Yeah, I'll ask her tonight about that. Yeah, thanks for that.
And Brock Snitter says, laughing out loud. So he wasn't offended. Las Vegas Trader says, Tag Thai, easy pay, same as Tag Thai Pay and Tour. Okay.
Okay.
Roger Walker says, would you tell the price of your apartment?
Yeah, so it does it. And again, you can grok them to get what the rates are. But yeah, you're getting about 10,000 baht for a nice unit there, studio, maybe to 10 to 12,000, I'd say probably range. I think 1 bedrooms were maybe 15,000 to 20, and then I think you can get a little bit higher if you get 2 bedrooms. But so it depends on what you want. But in my mind, it's a great opportunity and a good bang for your buck there. Living there, quality of life's good. They got great pool, great gym, saunas, and you're close to the beach too, which is nice. Not too far to take a motorbike or a taxi there. Yeah.
And he goes on to say, another great show. Have a great weekend. And there's your uncle. He says, well done, Reisky, you tight little asshole, you.
Yeah.
Brooke, when was the last time you bought me a meal? I love you, buddy. We'll see you on Monday. And that's the last comment. Thank you, Ryan, so much for coming on and joining us on the live stream. I think this is the longest you and I have talked since I met you.
I would say it is, but I appreciate you having me on your show, and congratulations on the success of the show.
Thank you so much. And thank you for everybody coming on and joining us. See, at 41, if Ryan can do it, so can you. And until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned.
See you later.
Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white, crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Thaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure, can't get it enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky, festivals that spark like the stars up high. Jungles whisper secrets, rivers carve the land. Cooper's holding Thailand in the palm of my hand. Elephants roam in the sunset's blaze. Every day's a wonder lost in a daze. From spicy street eats to the ocean's embrace. Thailand's a paradise I'll never erase. Cooper's Thaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure, can't get it enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. So here's to the nights, the sights and the dreams. Thailand's a wonder bursting at the seams. Cooper's Thaiadventure, forever I'll stay in the land of smiles.